Okay, guys, I saw this video about League of Legends, and I just started playing League a couple months ago, and so I want to watch this video about the sensitive League of Legends addictions. Gee whiz. Let's get into it.
League of Legends. A place where magic and madness meet every single day, intertwined in an endless...
The meme culture in League is so amazing. I am astounded by the creativity of League players. The amount of ways I've been told to kill myself is amazing, especially as the censorship goes up in this game. The fact that they have to find creative new ways, like telling me to rush chair and rope meta, is insane. Unalive myself, whatever. I know. This video is not gonna. It's fine.
Dance. This is the thing that causes your brain to mix a dangerous dose of coffee, hatred, and dopamine.
That's every day of my life, baby. My finger is twitching right now, right in the middle of it, because I had too much caffeine today. I love it.
Do you remember the first time you saw this magical icon and clicked play?
I was so nervous the first time I played League of Legends. At least a few months ago, the first time I played it. I tried to play League of Legends super briefly as a kid, but back then it was so much. There's not a lot of hand-holding or teaching you how to play this game when you first start playing it anyways, and there's a lot of things that are going on, and a lot of people who have played that game for a much longer time than you have played that game, but especially back in the old days, you were definitely not told anything when you first logged in. You logged in and you just kind of started playing. I don't even know if there was a tutorial back then, and I played maybe 2 matches and just didn't have any idea what I was doing or what my purpose was, and everyone was mad at me. So I uninstalled the game.
It was just before your parents were wondering what profession you would one day pursue. Teacher, astronaut, plumber, soldier, doctor, or...
These are... I'm not going to tell you what this guy's photos are from. He has had a very good career. Look at him. He's done all these things. What's your excuse? This guy's out here being all these different things: a teacher, an astronaut, a plumber, a doctor, a soldier, a cop, and you're just sitting in your room playing League of Legends. Look at how good this guy is, dude.
Ultimately,
you should reverse image search some of those.
Your profession was ruining your life because of that one tiny choice. One inconspicuous thing started a game for you where your life was at stake.
How many of our parents do you think were disappointed because of our interest in video games? I know that they thought they were giving us just a way to pass the time, but they gave us a hobby that would absolutely take over.
Soon you will discover that there are 7 steps to becoming addicted to League of Legends.
Cool. Let's see what they are.
Step 1. A friend shows you the game. Picture this.
Yes.
You're innocently sipping your tea.
Okay, so I run a business where I have to deliver packages to the post office a lot. And there's this guy... Because of that, I become friends with people who work at the post office. And there's this guy who works at the post office. He's a big, huge, buff dude. And over the years, we've just had little conversations. Those minute and a half while I'm dropping off packages, he's told me about himself. Oh, I was in the military. Or, I remodel houses. Or, I do this and that. And then recently, a few months ago, we were talking about video games. And I said, yeah, man, I've just been playing a bunch of World of Warcraft. And he just started talking about raiding with me. And then he said, I play League of Legends. And I said, oh, I've always wanted to play League of Legends. He was like, yeah, dude, you should totally play League of Legends. I've been playing for decades. And I get to beta test characters and all this stuff. So I downloaded the game. And that's how it started.
Of the universe, like why your Wi-Fi only works during lunar eclipses. And then your buddy Greg says, dude, you got to try League of Legends. And you, my friend, take the bait. Because nothing says productive life choices like a game where you can summon a hamster to barbecue your enemies.
Yeah, League is one of those games where when you log into it, you know that you're in for a very, very long grind. There are so many characters, and each one takes a lot of time to get good with. That's why people only have a few good characters, and I think one of the most important things in League of Legends is finding a character that you really click with in a bunch of ways. Finding your role, and then you find your character. I like to play jungle. I'm a jungler. I like to camp lanes. I like to show up out of the woodwork and just absolutely ruin someone's day when they think they're being a little cheeky. That's the most fun thing. So then you have to find a character who goes well with your play style, with how you want to play. I like playing Warwick. I like dueling with people. I like getting in there. But there's so many of them that you might not find your character for a long time. So you know that you're in for a long grind.
Bro, it's like chess, but with fireballs and dragons and...
Yeah.
Mushrooms? Trust me, it's life-changing. You just need
The amount of micro situations that are going on in a 40-minute long match of League of Legends is insane. And it's sort of that way in every single game, but there's something about the controlled circumstance of League of Legends that makes it more so critical thinking. In something like Fortnite, while you are choosing multiple situations as time goes on and trying to get through these things, and you're choosing your route and you're figuring out how to tackle a situation. In League of Legends, every single situation that can be has already been, and they can go slightly differently depending on the factors at play, like your skill level, like the other player's skill level, what character are they using, what character are you using. But all of these things are borderline predetermined, and it's really down to your ability to compute the situation and pick the correct choice in that moment. And that's what makes that game so thrilling, because when you mess up, you're like, I'm stupid. And when you win, you just think, you thought, you moron, you pushed into my jungle, and now you and two of your teammates are dead.
to come up
So
with your epic
good.
nickname and register your account.
You signed it. So, tell me.
Come up with a nickname that you're going to use for everything and use that nickname forever. Or make your name like a big sandwich or something, and then just don't worry about it.
What happens now? Have a nice...
Step 2, playing occasionally. It's right here that you'll spend the best moments in
Yeah.
League of Legends. Nothing else
This is
matters
me
except
right now.
having a great time. Each champion is like discovering a mysterious
I haven't played for a couple weeks, but
world.
every now and then I'll log in and play a
You
few
run
matches.
around as Garen,
some
spinning your
dubs.
sword and killing everything that comes your way, shouting,
This is Demacia. Never forget the name.
the Parisian pseudo-artist sells you his enchanted visions of the colorful world. And the clown, straight out of the movie, doesn't let you live on the lane because he wants to show you his magical tricks. You have a good time playing ARAMs with Betty, Susan, and Karen, as well as normal games with your buddies. Your days
I haven't even got to the point that I can play ranked yet, because you have to be level 30 or whatever to play normal games. So
pass by and the time comes for Step 3, ranking games, the gates of hell. You just hit level 30 in League of Legends. Congrats, you've achieved something that's like nothing to everyone else. Level 30 is like finally becoming an adult you've been dreaming of.
yeah, and that's the way that I feel constantly. I don't even want to play with my friends until I'm at least level 30, but I know that when I get to level 30, the grind has just begun. So I'm trying to enjoy this process. I want to get Tiff into League before I reach level 30 so that we can grow a little bit together, because otherwise, by the time I get level 30, I'll be so swept up in all of it. This is literally me, by the way. I'll be so swept up in all of it that I won't. It won't even be worth it anymore. I think the worst thing that can happen is for you to try to play a game with your sweaty ass friend who plays that game all the time. I don't know though. I mean, that might be wrong. I love playing Fortnite with my friend Jacob because the amount of situations, as long as I back up Jacob, he will just get dubs for us. There's literally a clip of me giving him a sniper rifle, and no enemies around that I'm aware of. Not 1 second after he's had it in his hands, he kills somebody with it. It's incredible to play.
You wanted freedom and independence, but there's this tiny detail you didn't know about. Your previous life didn't prepare you for what's coming. Full of joy, you enter ranked games, repeating to yourself all the wisdom you've gained so far. We don't buy AP on Yasuo. You won't copy a full armor build when facing 5 mages on the enemy team. In your first match, you find out that the loss wasn't due to your mistakes but the trash team. Of course, it's always the team's fault. You don't understand how someone can play like that.
Okay, this is a quote from Jacob, so I should quote it because I don't want to steal it. I've never once lost a match in a video game and thought the other team was really good. I always think, wow, my team was trash. And that's such a true thing. But I am also aware a lot of times that I'm not that good. If you've ever seen the meme of the, I can't remember what movie it's from, but it's the 5 guys in the car and 4 of them are singing and one of them's just driving being really serious. The meme for League of Legends with that is that guy has level 21 above his head and everyone has level 13 and 12 over their heads. And that's the truth. There's always one guy who is carrying super hard, and then there's a whole gang of people who aren't doing that well, and that gang of people who aren't doing that well are pointing the finger at each other. Just a bunch of Spider-Mans pointing at each other. And it's so funny. I have been told that I'm doing nothing and that I'm trash in so many games, and I have 8 kills and they all have 2 kills, and I'm just in my head thinking, we all sucked. We were the other team. Everyone on that other team had 15 plus kills, brother. That's where we went wrong. I've been trying to surrender this whole time. What are you guys? Why did you make me play that all the way until the end? We need to, as terrible players, get into matches with someone who's going to carry the hell out of us. That's what we need to do. This was a waste of our time.
For days. After a few games, you get your first rank, Iron. You don't stress about it too much because it's just a break from playing with your buddies. Step 4, winning is everything. The sweet taste of victory. You win a match and it's like you've just discovered the meaning of existence.
That sound was
Your
to my
dopamine
left and it
levels
freaked me out.
skyrocket, and you're all like, I am the chosen one. But when you lose, well, let's just say your cat
Losing makes me log off the game.
gives you that disappointed look. The one reserved for people who microwave fish in the office kitchen. And thus the cycle begins. Win, feel like a deity. Lose, contemplate uninstalling life. Step 5, playing more to be the best among friends.
Yeah.
Your friends are mere mortals, but you're a league god.
You want the people who are playing with you to think that you're amazing. That's what it all comes down to. It doesn't matter how good you actually are at the game. What matters is that in that room of all of your friends playing Smash Brothers, that you're the one edge guarding. That's what matters the most. The feeling of being the best in the room is so good, and you're never going to be number one in the world at any video game. But damn, when you can be the best amongst the people who are playing with you.
You've scored more pentakills in your last few games than Walter White has money in garage. You strut around like a peacock, showing off your mastery of champions. And when someone dares to challenge you, you scoff,
Our battle will be legendary.
because nothing says friendship like a duel to the death.
Straight up. Whoa.
Towards the
Yeah, straight up, dude.
end, you start realizing that you don't fit in with your group anymore because they're no longer a challenge.
This is the Asmon story, right? Where you become the best in your guild, and then you have to find the guild where you're not the best in. Comfort doesn't grow you, pain grows you.
And you're just not interested in those kumbaya moments anymore.
That's why you start solo gaming a lot. That's why as you get older, you start playing solo in a lot of games, is because you realize that your friends are either going to take a game way more seriously than you do, or not as seriously as you do. And in either of those situations, it's not fun. You want to be amongst the people who are like you, so you have to start branching out on your own to try to find those people. And that's difficult, but it's the way to go, for sure.
Step 6, neglecting daily life just to play. When everything around
Me?
you becomes just an obstacle between
Me?
you and Challenger, you know you've reached
No, not me, dude. I don't have a class that I'm completely haven't logged into for 2 weeks. I've been playing video
or the
games with
bottom
all of
in
my
the
free
game
time
called
instead of
life.
doing that.
Order in the room. Let's say it's a relative concept, just like hygiene.
I'm just saying, dude. People who are out here saying that you need to focus more and listen. Those people aren't high rank in these video games. Those people don't know what it's like to be an iridescent, baby. Those people don't know what it's like to get into the 90s in old school RuneScape, dude. I know that that's what they want. They want to raise their little kids. I want to raise my numbers, baby. That's what I'm looking for. Number go up, brain go.
Friends, you've concluded that it's pointless to deal with
Yep.
NPCs.
Listen, if you want to be in the lifestyle, you be in the lifestyle, baby. But if you don't want to be in the lifestyle, I don't know, man. Maybe we're just not meant to be.
Family, they're in great shock if they see you once a month. They already know
I
what
see my
reality
parents
is.
every week.
When your girlfriend called you, giving you an ultimatum, her or League of Legends,
Nah, Tiff play games too. Tiff plays more video games than I do. Tiff is sweaty on Dead by Daylight. Tiff, you got headphones on? She got headphones on. She'd tell you.
well, let's say you responded to her in the most polite way you could. And suddenly, you saw that another achievement unlocked in your head, giving you additional bonuses for playing time. Step 7, psychosis. You ever wonder what goes on in Jinx's head?
That's me!
Well, now you don't have to, because you've got the same state of mind in real life. It's like getting a bonus skin without spending any RP. Those healthy senses you started losing like 2 levels ago.
Yeah, you ever see people who play a lot of a game and then they start equating every single thing in their brain or in their life to the game? Everything is just a factor of the game, and that's how they view life.
Just decided they can't
It's not
deal
good.
anymore and went on a vacation
But it's real.
they probably won't come back from. The last 2 brain cells in your head are taking turns between last hitting and remembering to breathe. You look like some old
Yeah.
Soviet experiment
That's the way it feels when you start understanding tick manipulation and RuneScape, and you just think, "Oh my god, learning how to prayer flick, that's going to change everything." And then you learn how to prayer flick, and all it does is make your brain go bad.
testing the limits of human endurance. Congratulations, you're officially a certified addict. You're one of the most commonly encountered types of League of Legends players. What other things could this game be hiding? You'll find out soon in the new video.
Playing games is a very difficult thing. And I say that knowing that there's going to be a ton of people who disagree with that statement because you think, oh, playing games is an addiction. You're just blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's hard to keep going sometimes, but you want it. You want it. You want to win. You want to see the numbers go up. And that's what's so fun about League. That's what draws me to this kind of game. I like the amount of stuff that's going on in it, the amount of creativity that you can have in what character you play and how you look and what strategies you use and where you play at. I like all of that. I like that it's not just a set goal for you to get through and you do it in this exact way every single time and that happens. I like the amount of skill cap that there is. I like the way that you can show off. I like the way that you can flex. It's a really cool game that way, and I'm so excited to ruin my life over it.